exactly
you
what they
are
were
a
thinking.
hot nerd, so
That's
I'll
exactly
give you
what they were
that.
thinking.
Yeah, and you definitely had this more
Precisely.
like mysterious charm in high school.
Because I was just like socially very inept.
No, I wouldn't say that.
No.
I would.
I don't know.
I would
Because
just blunder my way
it's
through.
not that you and I were necessarily friends in high school. Like, we weren't not friends, but
We weren't enemies.
no, we had a lot of classes together, and that's how we knew each other. But
That's
I always,
how most people know each other in a big high school.
but I always, but like, if you consider who we were back then, it would have been maybe kind of strange for you and I to have been friends, or for people to imagine that, because like I was on the opposite spectrum. Like, you're like smart nerd guy, and I was like bad reputation, and everyone was surprised that I was smart.
Here's the thing.
They were like, oh, weird.
I did not get invited by my friends to any of those fun parties that people were at.
Oh, they weren't
So
fun.
that's why it happened. Part of it was like a mixture of, I would say, like introvert burnout with school, and like very much just wanted to be quiet and like on my own. We would kind of just be having fun, like hanging out at the house, especially high school.
Well, you have a fun house.
We do, and it turned into a bit of a hangout for like them and their buddies, my friends too, but it would always be like the hangout thing. And then when it came to actual like meeting women at the parties things, Austin was not invited, because I think Austin's sarcastic, clown, and frustrating sometimes, because like, dude, just get with the program.
Well, the peacocking is making a lot more sense now, because now I know that you're just like bitter that you weren't at the fucking stupid ass parties that you thought were cool.
That's my entire life arc
those
as an
were
adult,
just like,
is
yeah.
trying to catch up to that.
There's no catching up. Those were just like sexual assault fests.
Oh, that's the thing. The more I heard
Yeah,
it when I was like a
when you look
senior,
back, people were not as appropriate as they should be.
I was sexually assaulted by a guy who I liked.
Damn.
Yeah.
yeah, no, that definitely happened, and because I think when I got into theater in high school, everyone was like, "Oh, he's gay, duh." And
I never
so,
thought
like,
you were gay. You're projecting this whole gay thing.
No, I had a
Who
few-
told you you were gay?
Oh, dude, multiple people.
Okay, no, I don't believe that.
Yeah.
Listen, I have great gaydar.
I didn't kiss a girl till I was like 17, so a lot of people had like questions, I think.
I outed these poor gay boys that we went to high school with, and they were like, "Do not do that." And I wasn't like trying to out them. I was just like, obviously gay,
that's
and
the
because
thing.
like
We all
as
knew
a
which
like
ones.
again as a gay man myself, like
You know.
Leah the gay Geiger counter.
yes,
That's why me and all the other lesbians got along so well.
because you're a lesbian.
Yeah.
That's a lot more. That makes more sense.
In terms of sexuality and spectrum, I think you're secretly and by secretly, Tyler, I mean you're a robot in human form, but you have like.
I like to think a lizard person, but I appreciate so where you're coming from.
Let me finish. You have like a special emotional program that makes you 30 times more sweethearted than any other dirty clanker.
Who's the guy in Futurama, the redhead?
Fry.
You remind me of
He does.
Fry.
Aw,
You're
the
a
sweetest
Fry.
but dumbest character.
But you're not dumb. But like the energy is very
No,
similar.
I appreciate it. No, he's a good dude.
He's not a robot though. I do agree with lizard person.
Robot, I see where he's coming from, though. It's the cold logic standpoint.
But also the like Bender level emotional drive.
Bender is a weird pervert though.
So is Tyler.
Okay.
Maybe.
Fine. He's not.
No. When I was watching
I take it back. You're not a weird pervert.
No, when I was watching the
Well, I show my porn history? No, but I still appreciate where you're coming
that's
from.
what I was just about to reference. I was like, when I was watching our episode, and because I need to, because I'm like, how stupid did I sound this time? And I was like, I bet you watch respectful porn, and you basically were like, yes and no. I'm like, now I want to know.
No.
Tyler loves a good pansexual orgy.
That's a lot. That's too much.
Is there a lot of clanking?
Yeah. Have you guys ever watched?
You can watch Battle
You guys ever watched bisexual MMF? Where it's like
What?
two dudes, girl, but like they'll all.
Oh, that
No.
happens? That's a thing?
I'm assuming everything's a thing, which is why I don't want to see everything.
Of course that's a thing. It's hot until
I'm being facetious.
Oh.
So from
I was gonna say it's hot until it's not, because they're like, I love everyone's desires, but I also am not obsessed with watching a guy in the.
how come? Or lack thereof.
Okay, so it's not that I have a problem watching it. So I'm usually putting myself in that position and then being like, how would I feel if I were in a threesome? And which I've already decided after having one threesome, that was fine for me. Like
Tried
it was
it,
just
didn't
like
like
it was
it,
it
you
was
moved
just
on.
like a lot. And also my girlfriend brought in this man with a and I was like, rude. And he's just like a shitty person too. So everything was bad. But outside of that, I was just like, how would I feel if this man that I was interested in, like, I actually think I'm too jealous to like date a bisexual man or to have a threesome with like a bisexual man. I'd be like, I don't.
So first off, super homophobic of you.
100%.
Or biphobic of you.
I know. It really is.
Is it?
It feels homophobic.
Yeah, I'll call you out on that one. So here is the thing.
It's not that I'm a homophobe. It's just that it's not. I'm not.
Because I have had this conversation with multiple women, especially that I've dated. Because in LA, there is very much like just kind of an assumption with a lot of guys that if you dress anything other than someone that was transplanted from the Inland Empire or Long Island to LA, that there was something a little sus and gay about you and that you probably like hooked up with a couple of your homies like several times over the years.
What's wrong with kissing the boys?
Nothing. But like, it's very difficult to convince a woman that's been dating a lot of those type of like LA boys that have been trying to make it in the industry that like they all have their fun, that like you're like, nope, I actually haven't done any of that. And it's like, well, no, but also because there is that pretty crazy biphobia, gay phobia, whatever. That
It's
a lot of women
less
have.
of a phobia and more of like, it's just
Jealousy?
not my preference. Yeah, and maybe that as well.
It's and the trust thing too, because bi and gay guys are such sluts.
And as a former slut and someone who's not bi, trust is hard to come by no matter what. Gay, straight, bi, fucking whatever.
Yeah, and I, as a lesbian, like most lesbians haven't hooked up with any men. Right here, gold star.
Yeah.
Gold
yeah.
star.
Tyler would know as a lesbian himself.
Yeah, very lesbian.
That's the thing. That's why you and your coworker get along so well.
You do kind of give me these lesbian vibes.
Tyler and I are just a couple of spinster lesbian sisters that live together. I know I'm making a joke, but like, do you know how many
One
lesbians?
Subaru
No.
Do you know how many lesbians wish they had my facial
He
hair?
has 3 cats.
3. And I have 2 dogs, and one of them's a rescue pit bull, and the other one might have coyote in it.
Yeah. No, this is a big
I
lesbian
paid a homeless
house.
man $50
I am
for
your
it.
token gay man.
There
you
you go.
are.
This
Yeah,
is
you are.
unhinged.
You are.
This is.
We're the upside down of. Welcome to the far side, everyone. Like, share, comment, and subscribe.
Welcome to
Hi,
the Brady
hello,
Bunch.
and how are you? At some point in those last, I don't know how many minutes, I will
I know.
cut in because that was a pretty wild rambling intro. I don't know how much of that's palatable, but we'll see. We'll see.
You're going to need to put a lot of bleeps.
I don't think anything I say is palatable, so we should just end it now.
It's why we have you on, but I also think me adding a certain amount of censorship led to us having more views on the last episode.
It was fun.
Any other.
It was fun and
It was
funny.
like 83, 85 last time I checked, as if I wasn't checking that shit religiously.
Oh man, my mom is enjoying it. I was like, "You want to watch this?"
Your mom's enjoying it? Mm-hmm. Hi, Leah's mom.
Hi, Mom.
Your daughter is wonderful and delightful and super funny, and we obviously
I
very much
wouldn't
enjoy.
say super funny.
Kind of funny.
Kind of funny.
We obviously very much enjoy her tolerance of our boorish and unhinged behavior.
Yeah. Because I'm tolerating your guys' unhinged behavior, especially you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm just one outburst away from this all going down.
Yeah, as our hot brother said, you balance the very obvious masculine energy with the same sort of unhinged vibe.
Yeah, that's true. Because I did watch, a couple of your guys' episodes.
Rough.
I just think you guys are funny in a way that two brothers are funny.
We basically are just bickering brothers.
Yeah, and
You're
Austin's
gay.
a dick. You're a dick. It's true.
Dicks, pussies.
Is he like this all the time?
No.
Are you posturing for me?
The camera.
Oh, okay.
Not you.
I was going to say, I'm not impressed.
There's a certain element.
We do
of
flip each other off
playing-
multiple times a day, but it's out of
Playing a little bit of a
endearment.
character. Tyler and I actually have a much more symbiotic relationship than it might appear.
Okay.
We've put like the butting heads conflicts aside in our early 20s. There really is a point as brothers where you're just kind of like, dude, I'm tired. Like, I don't want to deal with this.
My sister and I were really brutal. I mean, I was the worst one, obviously. I was abusive physically and emotionally.
I heard you get your swirlies every morning.
I used to, we would fight and I
Suck
would
her tampons
scratch
and
her
rubbing
and
alcohol?
she'd bleed and have scars. But she was like manipulative and a liar. So we were.
So you made up for your physical
when we were
abuse.
young, yeah,
She was such a whore.
she was. When we were really young, we were which it's fucked up to reminisce about this story, but we were like picking up snails out of the backyard, and my sister had like a X-Acto knife or like a box cutter, and she was cutting their shells open, and she dropped it on her foot and cut the out of herself, and then dragged a bunch of blood into the house and told our parents that it was me that cut her, and I got a whipping. Like, I used to get belted and, hit with a wooden spoon and all the things.
We got the spoon.
Yeah. And
You must listen.
and it
must
wasn't
listen.
until maybe recently that my sister finally fessed up because I called her out. I was like, yeah, remember when you lied and I got my ass beat? And she just laughs. She thinks it's funny. Fucking
So here's the
bitch.
thing.
I agree
I
with
tried
her
to
on
do
it.
that
It's
a
probably
couple
was
times
hilarious.
to Tyler specifically. I remember we, for whatever reason, put a bunch of sand in the jacuzzi when I must have been like 8. So you were like 6.
Wow, that's
Where
what I
did you
wrote.
get sand?
The sandbox that was near the jacuzzi.
That's your parents' fault.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
We-
your parents' fault for having you guys. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Leaving us unattended. That's why.
No, for just birthing you.
Well, that's why this article that I read.
You're right. We took up oxygen.
I get it. I also love cum, so your mom obviously does.
No.
I am absolutely censoring that. Just in case.
She
Our
loves
dear
puppies
sweet
and flowers
mother,
and
how
kittens.
dare you?
How dare you?
How dare you?
We only complimented yours.
That's a compliment.
Yeah, apparently.
Okay, so you guys are putting sand in the jacuzzi.
Well, I was going to say, apparently I was my father.
And you're going to
Anne
leave
was-
that in?
No, I'm definitely censoring that one. Apparently Anne was just like, one night was just like, Eric, like, we're not waiting until we're 40 something to have kids.
Okay.
And I was consensually.
I get it. I would let your mom do whatever wanted to me if I were your dad.
Oh yeah, he lets her kind of walk all over him.
That's hot.
I mean, like I could tell he puts up with it, and there are points where he's just like,
Happy wife.
I'm done.
Happy life.
Yeah, but also dad, like, as he says, pick your battles. There are battles he will fight with her, for sure. Usually financial. Everything else, he's just a doormat.
Every man,
we love him for it.
Every man I've met, older man that I've met that's been married for, 20, 30, 40 years, they all say the same thing. They're like, just say yes. Just agree. Just, and I'm like, when am I going to meet that man? Because I have only dated men who love to me back.
Whoa. When
Hold
you
on,
start
hold on.
wait, please. When you start
hold on.
dating them,
No,
it's gonna be
here's the
quick.
thing. Wait, nope.
You just reach over, grab their spine, and just rip
like
it
penis.
right out of their body.
No.
And there you go. Then you got the man you're
But
looking for.
but I actually don't want that man because I do
Okay,
like
that's
to.
I had to say.
Yeah, it's like I need someone to bust my balls as much as I'm going to bust theirs. Like I cannot do sensitivity.
Okay, so you go in and you slip one of his discs, so he still has confidence, but you put him in pain.
Damn.
So he always has to agree.
And you're saying I'm evil. What the hell is wrong with
No,
you?
yeah, Tyler. I'm realizing. Yeah, that's fine.
worse. That's
Is it?
You know what I would do? I would make him fall in love with you, and then like slowly get him into a gimp suit. Like figure out a way.
I don't want that. I want.
No. This isn't about what you want.
Oh,
This is about
great.
putting him in a trunk at the end of your bed, so that
I want to be in the trunk.
after your bull comes and like has his way with you and just
Why do you
has
think
sex with
this is
you,
my life?
you can call your gimp boyfriend out of the trunk.
I don't want
And then
a
you
cuck
can be like,
boyfriend.
come clean up, and he'll like come over and
Ew.
lick the cum off your belly.
Okay, you're disgusting, and I hate you. I don't know how many more times I can tell you that I hate you until you realize that it's true. But that is not.
Oh.
I understand that you think that I might be into that, but I'm not.
So here's the thing. Multiple friends are upset with me over that because I said that about a friend of ours just kind of offhandedly. And they were so disturbed by the image that they were just like, Austin, this is like actually upsetting. No,
I know,
you
you're
can't talk about this
disgusting.
person this way. And I was like, what? Here's the thing. Here's the context.
I don't even want to know.
This person said about some like very attractive news anchor that they actually saw in person, a female, I would let her destroy my life. And that's just what came to my mind is like, what would a prompt, like ChatGPT, just, Austin.
I don't know if ChatGPT is like handing out graphic BDSM scenarios with
That's
gimps.
why I don't think you can exactly replace people just yet.
Okay.
Because I'm still unhinged enough to come up with things like that when prompted.
Right.
Whereas ChatGPT's like, I have to stick to sensible guidelines. And Austin's like,
I think ChatGPT is a good 10 years away from conspiracy theories.
what if we make people... No, dude. Grok is there today.
What is Grok? You said that
Grok is there today.
you said Grok
it's-
earlier, and what is that?
Elon Musk
You gotta
AI.
Grok it. Yeah, it's Elon Musk.
Ugh, God, I hate everything that man is a part of.
You could be one of his baby mamas.
No. Like, I
He'd
really
totally breed with
liked
you.
Grimes.
He would absolutely breed with you.
I liked Grimes, and then I was starting to be like, I don't know. I mean, I don't hate her. I like her music. I think she's weird, which I love. But seeing her beef with him over Twitter because he's doing things with their children that she doesn't love makes me like her a little bit more. Like, okay, so maybe she also doesn't like him.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't breed with that man. I wouldn't do anything with that. I wouldn't buy a fucking Tesla. Like, I also think Tesla's a cuck vehicle. Like, if you drive a Tesla, you're a cuck. Sorry.
Our mom drives a Tesla.
Does she?
Yeah.
Okay,
I mean,
I
they're
take
kinda
it back.
nice.
I take it back.
Oh, you take it
I
back?
take it back.
You take it back? You're not even standing by it? Oh, man.
No, but only for Anne.
Okay.
Yeah.
Only for Anne. Everyone else is a cuck.
All right. Well,
It's mostly Cybertrucks.
we need
Does she have a Cybertruck?
No.
No.
Okay.
God, no. She has some class.
Okay,
She
fine.
has like one of
What
those
do you mean
red.
some class?
She has one of those red
She also got
sporty
it
Teslas.
before Elon jumped off a cliff.
She still would have gotten it.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing.
They are
you
good
have
cars,
you
though.
have climate control
Are they?
inside for dogs.
Yeah, they're actually
So like
pretty
you
good
can
for
put the
electric
car
cars.
in. You can put the car in dog mode. so that when you leave it, like you still have your key, it's not going to start. So it runs the AC. So our mom, for, you know, her 2 dogs, like that's a huge bonus. Like that's 100% like her
But
thing.
are we still trying to pretend like electric cars are going to save the world?
No, our mom was never like a big like.
No, but I don't mean like your mother. I mean like like us
general.
collectively. Like we're done pretending like that is like saving the environment, right? Because now that we know
we move into
more
serious topics.
Well, it will.
we have to talk about
It won't
something
save
of
the
substance
environment.
at some point.
It'll
At
save
some point, fine.
like
Because our
the
opinions are really going to
climate,
shake the discourse.
if you know what I mean.
Here's the thing. Culturally, I think, to your point, whatever you said, I wasn't listening.
I hate you.
People are just tired, you know?
I mean,
And
get it.
that just
It's
means like
10-10.
the tired.
When is that mint gonna kick
tired of
in?
Jesus Christ.
Tyler, where? Okay,
So
not
I
where.
brutally cut
How
you
much
off.
did
Go
you
ahead.
have on your date tonight? Alcohol wise,
Just 1 beer.
you're
She didn't-
so responsible.
She didn't have anything to drink though, so I already had one. I was like, oh,
Is she sober?
I don't know.
You don't know.
You didn't ask?
Well, I asked. She's just like, I just want to drink, and I was like, all right, I won't press this on right now.
All right.
No, that's fine.
Yeah,
Are you gonna see her again? That's a no.
we'll see.
No, that's a no.
No, it's a no.
Yeah.
You guys are terrible.
No, we're just being realistic.
It's okay.
Tyler, not every first date off of Hinge is a success.
We'll
I
figure
actually
it out. It's
greatly
just a little
applaud.
bit TP on the pod.
I love
Too personal.
making
TP
you
means too
uncomfortable.
personal.
Yeah.
I know, it's my
No, no.
favorite thing.
Yeah.
too. So here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Got it. Oh
I
my
agree,
God.
but I'm just doing that.
Thank you.
But you got to bleep that too out.
I thought for a second that we were going to be on this and then he was going to come home and we were just going to be cock blocking him. And I'm like, we're going to ruin his night.
Here's the thing. There is nothing hotter than coming home on a first date that you've just been completely wooed and seeing an enterprising side hustle in
Right.
his kitchen.
You and me, the real fucking dream team.
I was expecting you guys to be cooking a meth in here.
That would be
No.
far more profitable.
I'd be more
Actually,
like,
I'd be hoping that
probably
you bring in like some cash, like a pallet full of cash, being like, yeah, don't worry, we got this.
Nah, dude. Ketamine is where it's at. I've watched that. It's easy. You just pour it into a dish and you bake it and then it dries out and then, you know, use like a razor. I actually witnessed someone do this in high school, unfortunately. So, yeah, apparently it's really easy to like take a vial of ketamine and turn it into the whatever.
I'm gonna guess they buy most of this in Mexico.
When are you guys?
Tyler doesn't believe in coasters.
Well, actually, I do.
This
I usually,
is sealed, obviously, because there's no rings on this thing. It's
No,
stressing me out.
But we need a table
there's
runner.
all these little.
We need a
dents.
table runner for our fermented grape juice, apple juice cider.
What is?
Table runner. Giant coaster. You don't have to worry about putting an individual coaster underneath. Short tablecloth.
I'm sorry. You think I don't know what a runner is? Oh my God. Set of coasters. That's way more chic. A runner? How old are
Ooh.
you?
Ooh.
Do you want me to read the rant
I'm
I
going
wrote
to do-
on my pages because it sounds like something that comes from like a 17-year-old
No.
boy that discovered philosophy?
What's that white pattern thingy that like
A doily?
old grandmas? Yeah, I'm gonna do a doily runner. I'm also gonna start putting figurines around, so we have a full
As if the cats would not destroy them and then my dogs eat them. No.
I thought you were going to say as if the cats
We'll
weren't
make
enough
sure
to
they're
deter
heavy.
someone from wanting to suck your dick. You just keep going.
It
Like, you're
100%
never getting
is.
your
Big,
dick sucked
heavy-
ever
is.
again.
100%
Big,
is.
heavy
100% is.
figurines.
100% is. 100% is. 100% is. 100% is. 100% is.
Plants
Do you know
everywhere.
how much of a cock block 3 cats is? But you know what's an even bigger
It shouldn't be.
cockblock?
It shouldn't be. That should
No.
be getting
You
you,
know-
the
you know-
right
you know
kind
what-
of
far,
women.
it has not been.
No, it shouldn't be.
Not
know
a-
what's-
but
He
if I-
says this because he's a dumb dog guy.
You know what's an even bigger cock block?
children.
Not mentioning them on the first date.
I want to know about your 3 cats.
On the first date.
Yes.
He used to not mention them on the first date.
I'm
And
sorry.
I was telling him that
like
was a
if
red
I was
flag.
on a date with a guy and he was like, I have 3 cats, I'd be like, why are we even out to dinner? Why aren't I at your house right now?
I want to play with these mins.
Exactly.
I
You wouldn't
spent-
understand.
I spent 9.
'Cause you're a dumb dog
No,
guy.
I spent like $16 on cat stuff at the thing yesterday. Unprompted, did not have to.
$16?
A whole $16.
A real cat person would know you don't have to spend any dollars. Just go steal someone's hair ties or bring home a fucking box.
Here's the thing.
Period.
His
I just
cats
have the
don't
same
really
toys
like
and I just throw them
boxes.
out.
And I got a toy that you can play with the cats, so that way they don't decimate the local bird population. Because
They
I got
have been.
scolded by the park rangers yesterday for having my dogs off leash in the local.
You're like, you should
park
see
area.
the murder fest happening at my house.
Yeah, apparently
We can start collecting them and give them to the ranger.
Yeah, we got to let them know. This is how you do it.
Oh my God.
This is how you do it.
What kind of birds are your cats killing?
All
The
of them.
same exact brown finch.
No, it's sometimes I see like a red kind of
Not
finch.
the red ones.
Once upon a time, I've seen like
You know
a
the little
blue
cute
one.
ones you see underneath like the park bench that are just feeding on the those.
Why are they so bloodthirsty?
I don't know. The one today had missing limbs, and I was like,
Oh shit.
Oh yeah,
Like,
they
damn.
eat them. I think it's because the food you give them is probably missing some sort of nutrient. Because they're eating.
We're
like,
back to blaming you.
no, you could.
I'm not trying to blame Tyler. I'm more blaming the food, because like,
That's why I feed Nori that.
well, a lot of the
I
foods
don't.
nowadays, the
Gives her
companies
stanky
also
ass
sell supplements for the animal food that contains nutrients that the base food that they're selling doesn't have.
Right.
I mean, it's a
That's
scam.
why you take out the middleman.
I was feeding them raw for a while until when I started getting cans from my mom. Thanks, Mom. She was loading me up with it. But avian flu, when that was like being a big thing, I was like, I'm just not going to feed them raw until this is like no longer a thing. It looks like it's no longer a thing now. What, 7 months out?
So my birds have been helping. They've been keeping the avian flu population down.
Yeah, right.
You're doing God's
Tyler. It's
work.
why we keep getting sick. Your
Are you
cats are,
guys
bringing
sick?
the flu in. He
You
was
guys-
sick the other day.
Sick and tired.
I'm sick and tired of a bunch of things. What are you sick and tired of? Welcome to the far side, where we're talking about what we're sick and tired of today.
I'm not ever sick because I'm dirty.
What are you dirty of?
I just like don't always wash my hands.
Okay,
What?
out.
You definitely don't.
I wash-
you look
I
you
wash
look
my
like
hands-
a bitch who does not wash her hands.
Bitch, I wash my hands an obsessive amount.
Okay.
I used to wash my hands so much that my knuckles were bleeding from like the dry skin.
Yeah, I'm not a bubble boy.
I am.
I'm not.
I've had to learn, like, sometimes for my OCD.
If
for
I
the
poo,
cleaning,
I will wash my
I just
hands.
have to wash my hands.
You gotta do it with number one too.
No. Mm-hmm. And I hope people find that disgusting. I hope everyone feels disgusted by me.
If you happen to have a
As long as you're not shitting in the
compulsive hand washing situation,
If I'm at work, I will because
I highly
like
recommend
you know.
simple soap. This is just my PSA for the episode.
Right.
If you are a compulsive hand washer, I recommend a very simple soap that doesn't have a lot of essential oils or other kinds of like phthalates or phosphates or any of these.
Oh
other
yeah, because when
waxes.
people are washing their hands, they totally have control over that.
You have control over the soap you're using.
When you're at home,
You carry
If
it in
you're
your
really
purse.
obsessive like me, you bring a little bit in a small portable shampoo bottle. You can go to REI and get small portable
he says
bottles of soap.
Volcel, but this is giving incel. What else do you carry on you, Austin?
I carry a pen. I carry my earbuds. I carry my binky because sometimes I just need my pacifier. I'm out. I need to start stimming and just.
I heard that so clearly in my headphones. I'm a little sad about it.
Aw. It's okay. I've been listening to your cotton mouth.
I don't have cotton mouth. Do I
Tyler,
sound like I have
is it
cotton
you?
mouth? Is my mouth dry?
No, I have
you.
cotton mouth.
It's
you.
you.
Definitely.
No, I was going to say I'm so fucking wet.
From
Your mother is
My
listening to this.
mouth. My mouth.
Your mother is listening to this. No.
My mom has heard much worse than that.
I believe it.
I tell my mom things and she's like, please say
Stop
less.
it. Like, stop
Say
it.
less.
Like,
Please.
shut up.
She,
It's okay.
although
Hey.
now she talks to me about her sex life, which obviously is very tame in comparison to some things I've experienced. But I like to hear about hers because I want her to, find her happiness and her pleasure.
And we all want that for her.
Yeah.
Get it, girl. Get
She's
after
not
it.
getting it.
Get after it.
She's too picky, which I get it. Men are
Believe in yourself.
not giving. Men are not giving. Sorry, men. You're
Men
not.
also suck.
It's not that men suck. It's just like they're becoming worse.
I also think it's an element of the area we live in.
Oh yeah, but
This
she
is
said that
very
men
selfish men territory.
her age want to date women my age, which
Yeah.
like yuck.
Well, because they want someone that has the enthusiasm and energy and doesn't want a pillow princess. But
I don't know. I
think there's a certain age where you earn that, but also like maybe you need to start dating men that are in their 40s or 50s.
my mom has been hit on aggressively by men who are our age, and I'm like, bitch, just
It's a cougar situation.
But just like go for it. If the men your age are going to play
YOLO.
that game, then why don't you go hang out with a man who's in his 30s?
Nothing
Exactly.
wrong with it.
She's hot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and pay for
Do
his
it.
stuff.
No. Make
Fake
him pay.
No,
Still
Make
make him
him
pay.
pay.
make him pay.
No,
At least-
that's
at least
actually where
make
it
him-
reverses a little bit. Where the younger, be like, hopefully the older gal will pay for like the food or something.
Right. My mom is not like a divorcee from a rich man.
At least 60-40, pick your side.
What do you mean?
I think with the dating and paying thing, unless you happen to be making a very ample amount of money in which you can take up like a 90-10 situation or 100% where you're paying for
Yeah.
everything, like reasonably, I think 60-40 is a good like kind of couples or dating split.
I was always down to pay. I'm
Yeah.
broke, as you know, right now, so it's a little harder. But even still, the guilt creeps in, and so I'm not like a traditional woman.
And as a guy that
Yeah, if they're 40 to 60 years older than you two, I think they should be paying.
yeah,
That's what I was like. Are we talking about an age gap here?
I agree. If they are older than you, expect the 40%. But also, the way I look at it is like, if I'm in a better financial position and you happen to be picking out like fun dates, like I'm more than happy to pay for the fun date of the thing that I wouldn't have thought to like go to.
Okay, that's
Went out with a gal to a dwarf metal, like Tolkien inspired Lord of the Rings style metal show.
okay. Yeah,
That was her treat too. So like,
Actually,
you
the
know,
That's
show's
so
pretty
nice of her.
I've seen the
It-
show.
it was a
on
lot of
YouTube.
fun.
It looks really fucking
it was
sick.
we
It looks so much
missed
fun.
that part because they were not the headliner.
Okay,
No, they were not the headliner. They were the middle act. So we just timed it poorly because it's
the Middle Earth Act.
I know exactly. The Middle Earth act was the middle act.
No yawning allowed.
I wasn't.
It's only 8 p.m.
We saw vampire metal that was heavily inspired by Warhammer.
God, that's
You guys
that's awesome
are
and terrible
reminding
at
me
the
of
same
just
time.
how much weirder you are than me.
Yeah,
First off,
you have elements of cool that we
that
don't.
band was
I'm
actually
not-
a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun.
I'm not as weird as I think I am.
I am much weirder than I think I am, but I'm also
Also, you're confusing weird with nerdy.
no, I'm
Interchangeably so.
Aw.
You guys are weird.
tight. We're abnormal. Like we're actually strange.
I really want to put my
individuals.
foot on here, but I don't want to like
But also-
blast my foot out. Can you? Okay, perfect. It's off camera. Oh,
Yeah.
it feels good.
Girl, if you're putting
Those
your feet
dogs
on
on
the,
the
internet,
table.
Are you? I have nice feet.
I'm joking.
You just called my fucking foot a dog. This is a beautiful,
Quentin Tarantino
supple.
would love it.
100%. This foot has been in people's mouths. And I didn't even request it. That was just on their, free will. Have you put any toes in your mouth?
at some point we're gonna have to have like a cohesive thread for this one, or views may dip.
I
Shame.
have
Shame.
absolutely advocated for some sort of like sensical topics to speak about, and as the host of this podcast, you should be making that shit happen.
I would have to cut you off at multiple times in ways that would be actively rude.
No, I think I'm a good listener, and I know when.
Perfect timing, refrigerator. I had a topic. I totally forgot about it.
You want to.
I did.
Not so much anymore.
Well, the energy is dissipated. It's
Let's bring it on. Let's hear it.
so. What I was going to say is, I did make Leah read at least parts of an article.
He didn't make me. I requested the material.
You did. It was
God.
why women, particularly white women, take up the black scent in social media.
What's the article, I guess, or the...
Phew, it was a indie rant written by a college student.
But black scent, I couldn't tell if it was vernacular or what do you mean by black scent? Like
Black scent,
like the actual
I think
way it
black
sounds
accents.
when it comes out of your
African
mouth.
American vernacular
Okay,
English,
got it.
or colloquially known as the black scent.
Yeah, he sent me an article, and I'm pretty sure it was written by a white person, and I was like,
I think it was written by a black woman, but I could be wrong. I didn't read it that closely because it was incredibly whiny and very woke. And I went and read a few other articles that were in a similar vein. And here's the thing. I have a similar feeling when I'm going through social media and I see particularly a white woman being very like black coded in her speech or her actions or all these things. Because it's like, I don't know. It's just kind of like, yeah, it's weird, but like, whatever. Do your
of course,
thing.
it's very try hard.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's safe to say that white people in general, especially if we're talking about Americans, like American culture is like the absence of soul. And so when you see white people in America appropriating other cultures, it makes sense because what do we have? Like, what do we have for ourselves? Like, and I think about this a lot when I think about food because I came from a background of food. Mm-hmm. And like, what kind of American white foods are there? They're all trash. That's why white people are making... Okay, yeah, I like a hamburger and I like a hot dog, but I feel like that also isn't necessarily rooted in like American culture. Like,
everything's borrowed. I guess I think that's kind of where most people are thinking. I'm always thinking like not everything immediately came from America.
barbecue's not white.
Like, well, barbecue like sauce
Barbecue
and all
is
that.
very white. It began very white.
Honey, do not speak upon things in which you do not understand. Barbecue is not white.
It's not solely white, but white people have also been involved in barbecue since the
I
beginning.
understand, but if we go way back, it's like Asian people are pioneers.
No.
I think are you thinking like smoking?
What do you mean no?
The act of barbecuing food is almost universal in all cultures.
Yes, but like modern barbecue, as we know, if we're talking about like in America, is definitely black. I'm talking about barbecue from like roasting meats, you know, like raise your fucking eyebrows at me all you want.
But here's the thing. The more you talk it out, the more it's like, yeah, people have always been cooking food over open fires.
Of course, but what are you talking when you're like barbecue, like, and white people have that, like, as like a event that we like to do, like to celebrate our fake independence?
Have you never had rotisserie?
Yeah, but I don't think...
That's white. That's white as hell.
Oh...
Rotisserie, it's French,
right? But that's not American.
It's an Australian meat pie.
Okay, if we want to get American, the indigenous peoples of America were smoking meat to preserve it and doing other things to enhance the flavors for thousands of years, tens of thousands of years, even in various areas, like for example,
if we're talking
along
about
the Pacific coast for
cultural
fish.
Appropriation of white women, white people in America I think cultural appropriation is most talked about when we're talking about American people.
Yeah, that's because I think
we are the youngest nation, right? So we really don't have
one of them
culture. So it's easy to point out the fact that a lot of our culture is borrowing from or stealing from or however you're using it in your life.
That's my point of the white people in barbecue, is that like there is a lineage of people borrowing from other cultures as they traveled across or to America and bringing whatever was home with them, because they did things and they had their own cultural artistry, and they brought that here and it got amalgamated and turned into things that probably likely died once the 50s kind of hit and TV dinners and a lot of these other things became a lot easier to do than some of these more intensive traditional dishes. Because like borscht, goulash, you have like rich histories of cooking meat in Europe that are pretty unique to different regions. You have like the clay pot cooking method that kind of appears in a bunch of different places all at the same time, because a bunch of different people thought, hey, why don't I put a chicken or a game bird in a clay pot and put it underground next to the fire? And they've been doing forms of barbecue or traditional barbecue just about everywhere, because cooking next to coals or on top of coals has been one of the easiest ways to cook meat since before we had like chimneys. You go to like Australia and they talk about the outback barbecue with the Aborigines, and they go and they'll take a kangaroo and they'll basically chop it up, butcher it, take the tail, throw it on a bunch of coals and or throw it under the coals, and that'll cook it out to, you know, apparently perfection. It looks pretty good. I definitely tried kangaroo cooked in like an indigenous outback barbecue. They don't really season it, or if they do season it, say like here in the US, the natives would take like cedar or other types of more like flavorful fragrant trees to add to the smoke of the like fire, the coals that they were using to preserve the meats they were cooking with, or they would turn it into, you know, pemmican was very popular on the East Coast. Pemmican was a way to take like basically ground meat, like the leftovers that you didn't feel like cooking, you're cutting up the bison, roll it up with like dried preservative berries and other things, and you kind of mix it into a mash with like acorn paste, and you have like a little protein bar.
Okay. So
like protein, everything that's a protein bar is technically a cultural appropriation of Native American pemmican.
Your brain is more like a woman than a man.
Yeah, that shit insane.
You just took that to a place so far from the start.
I mean, I love the history.
I know. I was like, oh my god,
the whole state of barbecue as it goes through the centuries.
Are we educational?
Yeah, we just became. You know what? You learned something today.
I like to think I know things. Thank you, darling. But like, to your point, modern American barbecue from a like culinary history was a mixture of German barbecue cooking and like American South Black cooking.
What are your sources?
I think at this point the internet and a lot of like Instagram or YouTube reels that I've watched that go into the history of cooking. So barbecue sauce didn't really become modern barbecue sauce until soy sauce got added. And I think that was in like the 60s or 70s when American GIs, mostly black, were teaching Korean people and Vietnamese people how to barbecue food, because that's one of the, I think, most cherished and beautiful ways cultures share with each other is through food and culinary experience.
Are you telling me Korean barbecue
came about know this?
After
it
the
came
cookout
about
in the South?
It came about because of Black American GIs getting drafted to Korea and to Vietnam, and to adding to their traditional ways of cooking meat over fire in skewers, particularly.
What?
And or on hot plates, like really hot, like kind of skillet things, or in hot broths, and adding like the different sauces and flavors that came with like the hickory and the chicory and all these different woods that were from the American South that people were using from the indigenous ways of people in the American South to flavor meat. Mm-hmm. But it's been kind of like, it's a timeless thing of a bunch of different cultures to take the wood that you're in the area with and to add it to the fire of the food that you're cooking.
Yeah, to give it kind of a flavor and taste.
You're making it sound really solid, but...
Let me finish.
But I'm looking it up because I think that is inaccurate, and it is.
ChatGPT is wrong. Google Gemini is not highly accurate. So here's the thing. Black American GIs taught people in Vietnam and Korea how to cook the modern, like, way we think of Korean barbecue or Vietnamese barbecue food.
I actually can't even speak on this. I would be really interested, though, as someone who loves food, to like really dive into this, because I don't know. I'm just not.
You can not believe me. That's all you want. But like,
but how are we bringing this back to white women?
So white women are the black men of barbecue cooking?
I want to know, who are these white women who are...
So I have a very
who are
different
upsetting the white women writing these outrageous articles?
Well, those are college-educated women that want to have careers as journalists or bloggers or independent, whatever, content creators maybe. So I think they start writing and publishing a bunch of stuff in college, because when I'm trying to do research on a lot of different topics, I end up in these weird sort of blogs that are on the front page of Google that are written by like young minds, where you're reading it and you're just like, you've confused fluency in the topic for actual understanding of it. And this is infuriating to read.
I just think it is interesting to be outraged on behalf of an entire race that is not your own.
It'd be so funny if we look up this article and find out whether or not it's written by a black or white woman, just for the sake
of... The name sounded fucking white. And I don't know. And if whoever it was, I just think that people like to be outraged and like to be offended.
No, the whole thing was like, my white friends need to do better, and my white friend's friend who's also white. Like, there was a lot of like, I think, unnecessary racializing.
I felt this way for a really long time as someone who thinks that I'm pretty understanding, and like, I don't know, anyone who knows me, I don't think anyone would say like Leah is trying to posture herself as like another race or like do whatever. I don't know what people find. Probably nothing good. But everyone is so fucking sensitive about everything. It's one thing to see someone being actually racist or trying to act in a way where you're like, you seem like you are presenting yourself in a way that is not authentic to who you are, or trying to rip off something or monetize something that is completely ripped from someone else's identity. Like, I understand the outrage that surrounds that, but I just think that there's a lot of, rage bait and bullshit, and people are just looking for something to be offended by. And that's what that article made me think of. And then it just made me think of this teacher that I had in cosmetology school.
Real quick to that point, your outrage has been directly correlated with an online currency that people are increasingly valuing with the new American dream.
What is that?
You have an independence to be a creator or some sort of independent entity that is its own brand that can run off and do your own thing and exist as this kind of like octopus engineer, like entrepreneur in a bunch of different spaces, making content.
That's fake.
The original American dream was also fake. It was heavily leveraged on debt and making people some form of debtor's servant to the American economy. And that's essentially what we're living in right now with American consumerism. We're mired in class, like, lateral warfare, where it's like over intellectualizing a lot of problems creates a lot of space for people to argue over the problem, argue over whether or not you feel correct about the problem. But also we've created this like intensely introspective culture, and I think it's also helped along by the engineers or puppeteers or whatever of society, however you wish to attribute that kind of like steering of a bunch of sheep. I think it's very vague at best, but people, I do think, incentivize this like highly introspective culture because it keeps people thinking about problems that really don't matter or might not exist, because your mind can just run away with it real fast and start doing laps around a track powered entirely by this thought of your friends. To use this woman as an example, like your friends saying the word LOL purr, or like OMG purr. That's what started this whole like 2,000 word article, 2,000 word article, was just like her friend, which I'm assuming is a gay white friend.
I was like, these all sound like things that the gays say.
Yeah.
If I'm appropriating culture, it's gay culture.
Leah, you are gay culture.
Can you appropriate sexuality? You probably can.
Yeah,
you know what?
And
I think that's an obvious answer.
I am. But what I was going to say is I was in Cosmo school. My teacher, who is black, was talking about braids. And she's like, do not let anyone tell you that braids are only for black people. And
no, they're not.
And she's like, it's great for our hair. And it makes sense. And it's like a great hairstyle to, keep our hair tame and to keep, whatever. Or our hair is really good for it because of all these other things. And she's like, but I think that anyone should be able to wear braids. Like, this is not just for us. Like, and I loved her so much. She was no bullshit. She was so great. And I love that mentality of like, yes, this might be something that is more prevalent to my culture, but this is for all of us. And I think the main issue, there's a few, but the main issue is just people are so unwilling to accept that we are all actually the same at the end of the day. Yeah. Like, we are very different and we come from different regions and we have different traditions, but we are all the same. We are all made up of fucking stardust and atoms and molecules and all the things. You know what I mean? Like, we are always looking to find the things about us that make us so fucking different, and it keeps us apart. What the fuck are you biting your lip for?
I can't wait to see the retention drop off for this moment in the video.
Because everyone's like, she's white, and she just says that because she's never struggled a day in her life.
Well, guys,
no.
Quick question.
No.
Do you think I would look good with dreads?
Yes.
There is something, though, like, that's, like, really sinister about a white man with dreads. I don't know why. I know. I just, like, said, you know, we're all the same, but, like, white men, please don't. Please don't.
Reminds you of, like, a Neanderthal. I think part of the problem is so many of the white guys that do dreads do not actually take good care of them.
Wait, I want to go back to this drop-off that you are so sure that we're going to find.
What drop-off?
Did I say something ultra offensive?
No, what drop-off? I'm actually like...
the retention.
Oh, retention drop-off. Oh, no. I thought that would be a funny thing to say because it's a shitty thing to say.
Oh, you're a dick.
I am.
Yeah.
Is that irony or satire?
Both. So this is also less about, you could say, group therapy or like freshman psychology, as more about like how are we providing value to our listeners. And
oh, I'm sorry. We were supposed to be providing value. I gotta go.
If they're listening, I might as well. I like to.
You're providing them entertainment and thought.
And thought. And I think most people are just kind of like,
what do I provide?
Both of those.
Thought?
Yes. Well, you just had a thought-provoking thing about...
Tight. That's why I interrupted her. Shh. Quiet. See, this is what we need to clip and then put on the internet. Ow! See, I thought you were going to bring the writing crop.
No, I can't bring that every time.
No.
So believe it or not,
I want to bring the bullwhip.
I'll take it.
It's like really large.
Ooh, let's do it. We would need to put the dogs away because I don't want anyone. No, I'm not letting you shank me. I'll take flesh damage. I'm not taking a stabbing.
I did think about the roller. You know, the thing. I don't know what it's called. It's like a fabric cutter.
We chuck one of the cats at him. Oh, we chuck all 3 cats at him at the same time.
I'm done with you, Tyler.
What?
You're so unpredictable.
It would never happen. I would never do that to the kitties, but I would
maybe
harm Austin with the cats.
I
was thinking from a more
Which one?
Already harmed
Which
me.
one?
Sue.
Yeah.
Claws in my chest in the middle of the night looking for attention. Just
That's what Nori does. It's like in a loving way. So that's why I cut her nails. What a concept.
I just look at them and I say,
Tyler, I do
all
enough
natural
for your cats.
Free
all
balling.
natural. Okay, do you have scratching posts?
Yes.
That's supposed to help. Like,
we need to get the things that have some give to them.
Yeah, I do have a few.
I think your cats like that more.
What's like the cat tree they go through?
No. Something that has like a give.
I'm going to bring the clippers over.
God, speaking of retention drop-offs, God, you are unpredictably super boring. And it's why I love you.
Well, because I had to defend myself after being called super fucked up. So I transitioned to being boring.
See, here's the thing. Just
You're such a dick.
Exactly. Just own Just own being it. I stopped healing because I got so tired of not being a dick that I was like, I think not being a dick is destroying my life. So I started being a dick, and things are starting to work out like less bad.
Are they?
I don't know if better.
You know,
is
we
the right
could
word,
actually
but
throw
less
this
bad
whole
is
episode
legitimate.
away.
It might be worth it.
This could just be us, like.
But that means I'm recording a solo pod by myself where I will rant at the camera for an hour.
I mean, I'll come back every day.
No, this is a good pod.
You had something to do, but also I have something to do tomorrow night. I accidentally bought a single VIP ticket to Sam Talent.
I don't know who that is.
We went to him before. Comedian?
Did we see Sam Talent? No, I thought we saw.
It was a DJ, right?
No, we saw Sam Talent's special. I don't think we saw him in person.
Irvine Improv?
Oh, who the fuck is this guy?
Comedian.
Yeah, big tall guy, looks kind of like a toad.
Oh, did we see him at the Laugh Factory?
No.
Ah, damn. Okay.
Let's just throw this away and try again tomorrow.
No.
Don't go see Sam. You already saw him.
I spent $160 on the ticket because I didn't know what ticket I was getting.
Are you VIP at least?
This guy
I'm
looks
a
like
VIP
pedophile.
booth.
Damn.
He does, but he has a hot, very adult-looking wife.
That's so crazy because you could not pay me to fuck this guy.
He's incredibly funny. He's a brilliant mind.
Yeah, again, I've done the personality hires.
His wife's a doctor.
Again, you know, and with abs, there's no going back.
I know. That's why I need to get my abs back.
I'm just saying.
That's 100% the reason.
I'm hitting the gym
I will
tomorrow.
gladly be single for the rest of my life if it means
do you know how many
I never
women-
have to fuck a man who looks like a cherub ever again.
Leah, do you know how many women looked past my glaring personality defects and or personality disorders and were just like, abs? All of them.
Yeah. Consider the source.
All
Look
of
at
them.
the guy I was just... We definitely can't publish this. Because...
She was taking her dirty laundry and just washing them right on his abs.
Oh my God. So hot and the worst person.
All right, so
And then she put
if we're not
stinker.
publishing this one and we're just gonna go the way of whatever, why is it you don't like watching? I think it's the biphobia, right? It's the I don't like the idea.
I don't want my
men are whores.
man to be so attracted to men that he wants to.
What if?
But you
he's
also
having
don't
sex
want
Because
it to be.
I think it's
completely
rooted in
unaware of
insecurity
male
and jealousy.
beauty.
What if
'Cause
he's
that's
having
another
sex
sort of
with
insecurity.
you, but then he is getting it up the butt?
No.
So you're all having to train.
I'm not into a man who's bisexual, yeah. I don't think that's phobia. I think it's just
No,
like
it's
a
not
preference.
phobia.
Like,
It
No,
is.
it's definitely phobia.
how is that a phobia?
I don't know.
fucking
I'm
ask
not
you.
fearful of it.
Ask.
Bro, okay, so we're definitely not publishing this because let's just be real about all the shit that we were going to talk. When you sent the article,
Let's do it. That
when you
article is
sent me
ridiculous. That article
it was
is
stupid.
See, I want to publish all this to just have everyone just
I'm just-
climb down the rabbit hole with our
I'm just-
degeneracy and
It was
sin.
so stupid. I was just like, this is just another person who's offended by cultural appropriation, which again, as a white woman, it's hard to talk about because everyone is like, oh, you're a white woman, so your life has never
Sorry,
been
Goat.
hard. And like, listen.
All right, real
I
talk.
I understand that
Every black woman has had a harder life than you, period.
I would say that a lot of black women have had a way fucking harder life than me. Just like I've had a harder life than a man. Like, I can tell you 100% that there have been instances in my life where I'm not hot enough to feel the privileges of what it would be like if I were a man in the same situation. Period. So
Wait,
like,
hold. No, wait,
so
real
as
fast,
someone
real
who
fast.
can
I want you to
understand that.
I want you to say that sentence again because it made no sense to me.
Okay, so I think that like maybe some people
You're
will
not. Hold on.
I'm
You're
not like a
enough.
hot enough woman to feel the privileges of being like a hot white
Those
woman.
are two, but like male privilege and hot female privilege are two very different things.
But they could be very close to one another depending on how hot you are.
As a hot guy that gets called not narcissistic for admitting it, I will agree with you.
Man is the highest privilege. White man is the highest privilege. Well, at least in America.
No. Sociopath male is the highest privilege. That's, I think, an element
Yeah,
that
you're
a
right.
lot
Because
of
Jeff
people
Bezos.
Trump is not exactly a good-looking guy.
No, has never
nor is
been.
he strong. Bill Gates is not bench pressing other dudes.
And Donald Trump is so I don't know what the
Bill
fuck
Gates
is
is a
going on.
pedophile.
And he's disgusting.
And a pedophile.
Another guy.
He's a pedophile. Like, he children. He should be hung and disemboweled, and we should let the crows feed from his entrails.
This article that you sent me was ridiculous.
Yes, that is what college is creating. That is honestly, I think, a very important article to read if you want to understand why so many young men have gone so far right.
But you also can't like intellectualize these topics because these are not smart topics. So it's like perceivably smart people who are writing these articles about like cultural appropriation. It's like, if you see a white woman on the internet and she's talking like she's black, it's because she's fucking lame. She has no personality, no sense of self, and she sees something that's cool. Cool. Black people are cool.
What about someone who grew up in a black...
cooler than white people, and that's I feel like there's no argument to that.
What about a white person who grew up in a black community?
Black people.
Yeah, but I think black culture is dope. I also think Asian culture is... I think that white culture, especially in America, is like copying, and maybe not even copying, but because we are a melting pot. Like, we are always like feeding off of this.
It's been sanitized by corporations since
Agreed.
the 1980s.
Agreed.
I think that's a very important element to acknowledge.
Yeah, we're bullshit. We're adding a bunch of bullshit into it.
So we should take down the Bolsheviks.
The
Borghese, I mean, the Borghese.
Before we move on from this, okay, I'm sorry. That's just like too ridiculous that you just said that, because I was texting Troy and
Welcome to the far side.
And he said, what's the topic tonight? And I and
like, share, and subscribe.
He said Bolshevik Revolution. And I said, I don't speak Spanish.
Bye bye.
If you made it this far,
no, we're not.